Hello and welcome to number 59 to 61 Flinders Terrace here in Port Augusta. My name's Jason O'Halloran from Ray White, Port Augusta, just down the road. I'm going to take you on the video tour of this beautiful property. We have two levels, we have upstairs and downstairs. I'm going to be as detailed as I possibly can with each room and every segment of the property, and all my contact details are going to be right at the very end of the video as well, if you have any further questions or you want to learn anything more about this property. I hope you enjoy the tour. Let's start at the front. The property itself is actually spread over two titles on Flinders Terrace and Langsford Street at the rear. And the property is a stone property to the top and a downstairs lower section as well. And as you can see, it is actually segmented into two parts, being the upstairs and the downstairs property. This side yard forms the property. The access point is the rear off of Langsford Street, and the second property underneath is accessed from this area right here. The front garden has a lovely stone wall at the front, as well as segmented garden sections that have got some lovely plants growing in them. And then we have the property with an entry to the left-hand side and a bedroom to the right-hand side with its own little porch. As you come down towards the main entry of the house under this lovely breezeway, you can see the two entry points from the house. And being a house of character, there was always going to be two entry points. This one was being the formal entry, as you can see, a little bit more ornate, and that would have been the family entry back in the day down the side. You can also see that we have a reverse cycle air conditioner at the front here, and also the meter boxes. In the meter boxes, it gives you an opportunity to see that we have 2 meter setups for not only the area at the bottom, but also the house at the top. And there is the main switchboards that have been updated there as well. As we go in through the main door, you can see the transom at the top, the period screen door. Inside here, we have a wooden door with a deadlock on that door there. We have a lovely coat rack at the back, and that formal entryway here brings you into this lovely big hallway with huge ceilings, polished floorboards at the bottom. We have fresh paint in every room and lovely period style lighting as well. I can't tell you how old that is, but I can show you that pressed metal ceilings and the cornices, which are certainly original features. As we head into the formal lounge, you can see it's quite a large space. It does have the fireplace over there and the picture rail, the pressed metal ceilings. It has the fan, and it also has this lovely picture window that looks out onto Flinders Terrace. And little key features like the wall window separation there has been retained, and even the way it's been finished off is beautiful. There's that split system air conditioner over there, and all things being equal, it's just a lovely main lounge room. I head up the hallway into what we call bedroom number 2, and it has got the fireplace blanked off on this wall. That has been closed off, even though the chimney's in place. More high ceilings with pressed steel tin roof. We have the fan, we have that full-length window with a roller blind that comes down internally. Lovely floors, and that's the heater vent from the heater in the main lounge room area. As we continue down the hallway into what we call the master bedroom, this is the biggest room of the lot, and I think you'll agree it is quite a big room to say the least. Lovely polished floors underneath, beautiful paint on the wall, high ceilings with the pressed tin roof, the fan and the light, and it still contains the picture rail around it as well. Lovely window with the blind, and the lovely wooden door as well. So a very big room. Now the final upstairs bedroom is what we call bedroom number 3, which is also a very, very big room. Polished floorboards underneath here. We have the high pressed tin ceiling with the fan. We have the blocked off heater there, as you can see, also a fireplace that's been renovated and closed in. We still have remnants of it with that lovely tiling on the floor, and then a window that looks out into the side yard. Our next stop on the tour is going to be into the kitchen area here, which is the heart of the home. This is to the rear of the property. It has a slightly lower ceiling on this one, but it is a lovely modern contemporary space, lots of lovely neutral tones. And as I walk you around the kitchen here, you'll see that we have the oven, which is a gas oven. We have a range hood inside that heads out. We have our built-ins on the side, lovely twin sink, plenty of room that if you did want to put in a dishwasher, you could actually put the dishwasher in on the side here. You'll notice that that cupboard is quite large. And as we go back around to the island bench, lots of additional storage on that one, and a really nice light, and gives you that lovely vista out towards the rear of the property. Off the side of the kitchen is we have an additional storage area with lovely built-in splashback and light as well, which actually leads into the bathroom. And the bathroom here has a really nice shower, tiling, a beautiful quality sink, and that lovely aggregate style floor. A really nice modern take on this bathroom, very clean, very trouble-free. There I am. Hello guys, that's a very embarrassing thing to see. And also a heat lamp above as well. Off the kitchen to the other side is what we'll call our additional living space. And this is quite a lovely area. Beautiful period features as well, like your picture rail all the way around. And this could quite easily become, you know, another lounge living area. You've probably got more than enough room. There's that second entry door coming in. You've got even potentially enough room to put a dining table over there and so forth. We venture past the kitchen and head down through towards the wet areas. I'll go left first because this is the laundry, the internal laundry, ventilated on the far side. Has got the built-ins very similar to what the kitchen has, with obviously room for washing machines and dryers at the bottom, the sink and the cupboard. Turning back around, you can see we have that window that looks out onto the deck. It's all completely tiled and a really nice large space. Down the hallway, just off the laundry and the kitchen, we have the separate toilet, and that one sits in its own room right at the very end with a little feature wall and a window vent out there as well. And as you can see, quite a nice little addition to the back and very discreet on the grand scheme of things. The small hallway that the property has to the rear gives you a vista out the back and takes you through to the rear deck. The rear deck is under some lovely shade cloth and vines, and you can see a really nice place to come out the back and have a drink and entertain. Off to the right hand side we have a water tank as well. The rear yard has a lovely grassed area, not too big, not too small, an old disused outdoor toilet which has now been securely closed up. Off the back of the deck and down the side access, which is the gate to the front of the property down there, we have obviously the gardens and fences and so forth, and we have a fence that's been replaced with a retaining wall and the period correct fence still there. As I pan around, we have a clothesline, lovely shaded vine, and here we head down towards the old disused laundry, and this was the original laundry. And as you can see, it is what we'll call one of the outhouses. Inside it's now used for storage, has a concrete base, the original wash tubs over there in very original condition, and has been used for storage by previous people who have lived here. Through the rear gate we come to the carport where my car is parked, quite a high carport being a high vehicle. We can see the side yard now starting to emerge, and the rear of the disused laundry with another vine growing very cool across the top, and give you a chance to look back through into the decked area. The rear of the property comes off of Langsford Street, which is one back from Flinders Terrace, and it has an ability to push into the property through this opening right there that takes you into the carport and the rear yard. The opening that takes you through to the carport and the rear yard is quite considerable. We have the bins and a little couple of trees at the back here. The yard itself is quite large. The car gives you an idea of the depth and width of it, down to the side property with the fence line that runs across. Lots of lovely properties here in this particular area as well. A lot of period homes that have been restored on the back of Langsford Street, fruit trees and so forth, and This property here is one of those very rare properties that spans the house block and then comes across to this second allotment here. We're now going to head down towards the lower section of the property. As we head towards the lower section of the property here, the kitchenette and dining room come into play, as does another carport with a small gate that leads us to the side front yard where we started our tour. And it starts to give you an idea of the layout of the property with the upstairs section and the downstairs section. This being the walk-in pantry off the side of the kitchen, and that being bedroom number 3 right there. I'll bring you down through the side yard now. You can see we have a number of windows down the bottom here and a breezeway that's covered all the way through to a hot water system at the bottom with a power box. And this is a secondary power box for the unit underneath. You can see that power box sitting in there as well. And as we head through, we have this early additional area which has the hot water system and a sink, which is, for want of a better reason, the downstairs laundry. Into the main living area downstairs, you can see it's quite large, solid built, has an air conditioning system, and the kitchenette off to the side. The kitchenette also includes a electric stove and sink and plenty of room for a dishwasher or additional storage. It's quite a large room. If I walk back, you can hear my voice echoing because it's reasonably high ceilings. Into the dining room off to the side here, and we step down into there. Has a secondary storage room that takes us through to more living space, and also the internal access there as well, so you can see the 2 ways through. An additional storage living space is off to the side here that's been formatted with some seat type arrangements, and then our bathroom, which is the downstairs bathroom, which has a toilet and also a shower, and is in very, very good condition. The tiling is extremely good, as are the walls, which have all fresh paint. Into the third living room downstairs here, and as you can see, this room is quite large. It has modern carpets, fresh paint, and I believe this is below bedroom number 3. Sliding door to the final room. Sliding door leading through to the bedroom downstairs, and this room has similar carpets and paint condition as well, very well maintained, very well looked after, and a very quiet proposition as well. We are downstairs and it's very hard to hear any cars or anything outside, so ideal for somebody who was looking for a quiet room to sleep. One of the rooms that this property does have is what's called a cold storage room. This room here would have been used for originally cold food storage. You can see it has a ventilation up to the top, very solid brick walls, steps down to a concrete floor with a little built-in cupboard here, and probably more suited to be more of a storage room rather than anything else, maybe a study. There is an additional door here off of the central living, and that takes us down into a very dark area under the house, which is actually the foundations of the property. Well, there you go. That was the tour of 59 to 61 Flinders Terrace here in Port Augusta. A really nice character home located very close to schools, shops and everything that the city of Port Augusta has to offer. The high school is just across the road. So is the main reserve and park and footy club called Braddock Park. It's currently on the market. It's currently available for sale. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm available for any additional information you might like on this property. My name's been Jason O'Halloran from Ray White, Port Augusta. Thanks for taking the tour. I look forward to hearing from you soon.